I lucked into it. It was one of those deals where I didn't think about radio. I'd never been in a radio station, and I had a friend that had called me and said they've got an assistant engineer position open over here at this radio station. You need to come apply. And I told him, I said, I don't know anything about radio. And he said, it's all right. The guy that hires you will teach you. And so I went. I was 24 years old. I went and interviewed and knew absolutely nothing about radio. Zero. I remember my first week in, I got hired. Remember my first week, I mopped the floor in the shop. I did stuff like that. Ran around, got new tires on the company van, that kind of stuff. But the guy that hired me was what I call an old school engineer. Genius, no people skills. And he just taught and taught and taught and taught. And I ended up spending 18 years at that radio station. And I left there and went to MRN. So I've only really had 2 radio jobs in my life. So I was a huge race fan when I got this job. I'm not going to say it ruins you. I still watch them when I'm at home. I'll watch them on TV. But at the racetrack, I mean, we have access that as a fan I would have killed for. I have a hard card. It's called a hard card. That's basically all access to everything. You can go walk pit road during the race. You can walk to the garage. You can get to the tower, anywhere. And now, once the race starts and we're on the air, I typically go sit down in the truck and surf the web. Hopefully everything's going well. We can sit around and twiddle our thumbs, but if things are not going well, you're up running and trying to get things done. And I have had races where I haven't sat down for half an hour the entire event, running trying to fix this, running trying to fix that. We do a large venue remote every week. Large venue, racetrack. Every week that's what we do. So we have a mobile production truck that arrives at the track. We show up, engineering shows up. It's typically one engineer that engineers an event. He will show up on a Thursday and technically set the truck up. We have a setup that goes upstairs in the tower in the booth where we have an anchor and co-anchor and producer. We connect that via fiber optic to the truck. We have wireless in the pits and wireless in the turns, reporters, and so every week it's essentially, I mean, it's a large remote every week. It's not a fixed place. You have the challenges with phone lines. You have the challenges with broken fiber. Anything that can go wrong usually does, and we're on a timeline. They don't stop the race when we're having an issue. You've got to get it fixed and working. So that's every week. We talk to people about coming on with us. We always ask them, how do you travel? Everybody says, oh, we travel great. I travel good. Nobody really travels like we travel. We travel out on Thursday. You're going to put in probably 4 12 to 14-hour days. We're going to travel home on Sunday. You're going to be in the office on Tuesday. If you're leaving again on Thursday, typically Wednesday we'll take off, but you leave again on Thursday. And that can be a pretty grueling week after week after week deal. So it gets to be a little tough sometimes. You know, something's breaking at home and you can't fix it. Something's, it's a little tough. Funny story, my third day on the job, I told you I was getting new tires on the company van. My third day on the job. Now, I haven't worked in radio. My boss is a big, very intimidating, genius level engineer. So he sends me to get tires on the company van. So I go get tires on the company van. I'm on the way back to the station, and I feel something funny, and I look in the rearview mirror, and the left rear tire and wheel have fallen off of the van, and they're rolling down the road. So I kind of skid over into the median and stop, and I'm about a half mile from the station, so I walk back in and I sit down in his office, and this is my third day. This is Wednesday. I've started on Monday. And I sit down in his office and I'm like, we got a problem. He said, what's that? I said, tire and wheel fell off the van. He said, what? So, turns out the people that put the tires and wheels on forgot to tighten the lug nuts up. But it wasn't my fault, but that happened the third day I worked in radio. We tell people all the time that once we set it up, I don't care if you read the phone book. As long as the phone book can be heard on the other end, it's golden. My part's done. Yeah. So be it radio or be it racing or whatever it is, as long as it's making from point A to point B, we're good to go.